I'm Dr. Fiona Grey, sexologist and men's health expert. A recent video I did on why fabric, fit, and heat matter downstairs stirred a lot of conversation, and a surprising number of you asked me a very direct question. Do I ever recommend going without underwear? Today I'm going to go deeper and share exactly why I sometimes skip underwear, what the real-world benefits can be, where the limits are, and how to try it safely if you're curious. Yes, I'm a clinician. Yes, I care about evidence, comfort, hygiene, and etiquette. And also, yes, the layer you put on first every morning quietly affects your skin, circulation, nerves, confidence, and even how grounded you feel in your own body. So let's talk about it honestly. To be transparent, I don't wear underwear all the time. Not under every outfit, and not in every climate. Roughly 9 days out of 10, depending on fabric, weather, and activity, I skip it. This isn't rebellion for its own sake. It started as a practical response to heat and humidity, and it stayed because of how much better my body felt. In this video, I'll explain why I made the switch, the 4 biggest benefits I see in clinic and in my own life when I do still wear underwear, and how to ease into this without awkwardness or skin trouble. You'll be surprised how much a simple daily choice changes both body and mind. Here's how it began. Years ago, I spent months working in a sweltering climate. If you've lived in real heat, you know the feeling. Anything tight on your skin becomes intolerable. I'd come home from long days, strip off the day's layers, and let my body breathe. At first, walking around my space without that familiar layer felt exposed, even silly. We're conditioned to cover certain parts, so taking away that thin strip of fabric can feel strangely vulnerable, even when you're alone. But within days, I noticed how much calmer my skin felt. No seams biting, no damp fabric clinging, no constant micro-irritation. It wasn't about making a statement, it was about comfort and health. That practical experiment stuck, and it led me to look, as a physician, at what we gain and what we sometimes lose when we keep everything wrapped all day. Benefit number 1, changing your relationship with your own body. Whether you're a man or a woman, many of us are taught early to be slightly at odds with our genitals. Hide them, hush them, mute sensation, and keep moving. When there's always a barrier, you stop noticing temperature, airflow, and subtle signals. Skipping a layer at home or under the right clothing makes you more aware, not sexualized, simply aware. You notice when you're tense versus relaxed. You notice posture and breath. You notice how fabrics, seams, and pressure affect you. For some people, that awareness loosens a lifetime of unnecessary embarrassment and lets the pelvis feel like just another part of you, not an off-limits zone. In clinic, that shift matters. Men and women who are more at ease in their bodies communicate better about comfort, arousal, and pain. They spot early warning signs sooner. They take better daily care. Benefit number 2, skin and microbiome health. This is the medical heart of the case for going without, at least some of the time. Skin that's pressed by dense, synthetic fabric all day stays warmer and moister. In the groin, that means an ideal environment for yeast and fungus. Think jock itch, recurrent rashes, folliculitis, and for odor-causing bacteria to overgrow. In women, tight, non-breathable layers plus fragranced, intimate products can disrupt the vaginal ecosystem and make irritation more likely. In men, trapped heat and moisture irritate the creases, the scrotal skin, and the perineum, the very tissues that need airflow to stay calm. Ventilation helps. Airflow lets sweat evaporate, lets skin fully dry after showers and workouts, and reduces friction points. When patients with chronic rashes or recurrent yeast infections switch to breathable fabrics, and, when appropriate, Skip underwear under loose garments at home or in breathable skirts, dresses, or relaxed trousers. Flare-ups often drop dramatically. It's not a cure-all, but it's a powerful baseline. Clean skin, gentle soap, full dry, breathable layers, or no layer when you can. Benefit number 3, the quiet psychological lift of breaking a needless rule. I am not suggesting you shock your neighborhood. I am pointing to the small private permission that says, I can choose what's comfortable for my body. Under a long skirt, a soft dress, relaxed trousers or shorts with a smooth lining, no one knows but you. That tiny act of choosing against default can translate into confidence elsewhere. Saying no to shoes that hurt. Stepping out for a walk when your mind is cluttered, asking for what you need in bed instead of guessing. I see this in patients, and I see it in myself. Taking ownership of small daily choices builds the muscle you need for bigger boundaries and bolder life design. Benefit number 4, somatic grounding. Nervous system, not mysticism. You'll hear people talk about earth energy. As a physician, here's how I frame it. Your nervous system calms when you feel supported and connected to your own body. Direct sensory input, air on skin, fabric that moves freely, absence of constriction, increases interoception, awareness of internal states, and can downshift stress. When you're less compressed and less irritated, pelvic muscles are less likely to guard. Blood flow is freer. Many people report steadier mood, fewer urgency sensations, and, yes, warmer libido when they're not fighting heat and friction all day. That's not magic. That's skin, nerves, vessels, and the autonomic nervous system finally cooperating. For some women, better airflow and relaxation translate to easier arousal and more reliable orgasm. For men, less heat and better comfort support both daily confidence and sexual performance. Grounded bodies respond better. Now, none of this means throw out all your underwear. There are times when I absolutely wear it, and when you should too. Jeans and rough denim, I wear underwear. The seams and fabric can chafe delicate skin, and that's not a trade-off I recommend. Intense workouts? Often yes. Technical fabrics wick sweat and reduce friction during dynamic movement. Just change promptly afterward and dry the area thoroughly so moisture doesn't sit. In big cities, packed transit, or when I want an extra layer between me and the world, I wear it. And for fun, I keep a few sets of beautiful, well-made lingerie and underwear because pleasure, aesthetics, and playfulness count. The point is intention, not dogma. Choose what serves your body that day. If you're curious to try life with fewer layers, here's how to ease in without awkwardness or skin trouble. Start at home. After showering, pat the groin completely dry, creases, base, perineum. Put on a long skirt, dress, or relaxed trousers with a smooth inner lining and skip the underwear for the evening. Notice how you feel after an hour. If that's comfortable, take the experiment on a short errand or a walk in breathable clothing. Prioritize fabrics. Soft cotton, modal, bamboo, or well-vented performance blends that don't trap heat. If you wear skirts or dresses, a slip can reduce cling while preserving airflow. If you prefer pants, look for softer weaves and avoid abrasive inner seams. Always change out of sweaty clothes promptly, and keep a spare option in your bag if you're out all day. Hygiene matters. You don't need special intimate washes. In fact, they often make things worse. Use lukewarm water and a mild, fragrance-free cleanser on external skin only. Never douche. After bathing or workouts, dry fully. A moment with a hairdryer on cool can help stubborn creases. If you're prone to chafing, a tiny amount of plain barrier ointment on hot spots can help on high-activity days. If you have recurrent rashes, itching, unusual discharge, bleeding, or persistent pain, that's not a go commando problem to solve. That's a see your clinician moment. A note for men specifically. Since many of you are here for erectile health and comfort, ventilation is your friend. The scrotum's job is to keep the testes a couple of degrees cooler than core body temperature. Dense, tight layers push temperature and moisture up and make skin cranky. Looser boxers or relaxed boxer briefs in breathable fabrics are a strong everyday choice. Sleeping without underwear gives your body 7 to 9 hours of effortless cooling. Sitting all day? Build in air breaks. Stand, adjust, and let everything breathe for 30 seconds. If you cycle, choose a breathable chamois and stand on the pedals periodically to restore blood flow. These small habits add up. Let's talk etiquette and context, because maturity matters. Skipping underwear does not mean skipping self-awareness. If your clothing is sheer, tight, or at risk of shifting in ways that expose more than intended, wear appropriate underlayers. Mesh gym shorts without a liner? Add something. Rough fabrics? Protect your skin. Professional settings and shared spaces come with norms. Honor them and be comfortable within them. The goal is to feel better, not to create a spectacle. Do I ever reverse course and put underwear back on after a no-layer streak? Absolutely. Travel days, high heat transit, long work stretches in less breathable outfits. I adapt. I try to return to breathable clothing and free airflow as soon as I can. And yes, even when I wear underwear, I still choose the healthiest versions I can find. Soft, breathable, well-fitting, no abrasive seams, nothing that leaves deep marks. Support without squeeze. If the entire idea feels outrageous, treat it like any other health experiment. Try it in nature first. On a weekend, go to a quiet park, a trail, or a lakeside. Wear a long skirt or relaxed shorts, skip the extra layer, and walk. Notice your body. Physically, temperature, moisture, friction, emotionally, tension or ease, sexually, comfort and responsiveness, not performance. Notate what changes. Then decide what you want to keep and what you don't. There is no prize for all or nothing. There is a lot to gain from more often than before. What about the urban energy factor? We don't talk about this much in medicine, but it's real. People feel different in dense, noisy environments than on quiet islands. In busy cities, I sometimes prefer the buffer. When I'm on a trail, by the ocean, or working from home, I prefer maximum airflow. I aim to spend as much time in nature as life allows, both because my nervous system thanks me and because it makes these choices easier. If you live in a city, gift yourself nature days regularly. Your body doesn't just want it, it works better with it. One last reassurance. Skipping underwear doesn't make you unclean. Moisture and friction make you unclean. If you keep good hygiene, dry thoroughly, rotate breathable clothing, and listen to your skin, you're doing your body a favor. And if you love a few pieces of gorgeous lingerie or supportive underwear, keep them. Wear them with intention and joy. This is about choice, comfort, and health, not about proving a point. I'd love to hear how you think about this. Does the idea of going without feel impossible, intriguing, or already your norm? If you try it, tell me what changes by day 3. Less irritation, calmer skin, steadier mood, easier arousal, better sleep. Your observations help other people approach this with curiosity instead of fear. If this conversation helped, share it with someone who needs permission to listen to their body, and subscribe for more science-based, practical guidance on men's and women's sexual health. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week.